Today is September 24th, 2024. Um, this is my moment of clarity, man. I got four boys, and I believe in I believe in every generation becoming better than the next. So I believe that my role should never be taken for granted or undermined in my place and where I feel like my bloodline will end up, because I'm sure a lot of people know you either end up, it's two sides of history. You either end up on the good side or the bad side. Unfortunately, many of my culture or just the people I know, man, we stuck in one place. We've been there for a long time. Um, and that a lot of that is to no fault. To no fault of the ones that came before us, because they were only doing the best that they know how, literally. I truly believe that we got to forgive what came before us, because so much of it was foul, unjust, and it can never be forgiven. But what has to happen is we have to be better. We have to move on. We have to change the narrative. We have to become the change that we want to see. And I truly believe that also. What I want to talk about is what crypto means to me. And this will be my first vlog, because if there ever is a time that my kids, my boys, Caden, Kai, Zaire, Omer, if y'all ever want to refer back to anything and how your daddy thought or what he wanted, what was the motivation, what did he think? I want it to be a reference, because you just never know what this life is coming to, what life will be in the next 10 years, to be honest. We got Trump versus Kamala. Elections is literally in a month. Guys, this will be a historic time in history, and I can't believe I'm a part of it. Something else that is going on in history right now is we have something called cryptocurrency that is changing the way that we transact and move our money, our assets, our worth amongst each other. And it's such a big deal because it's transitioning into the quantum realm. A lot of society, humans, what we would call today the average person, just doesn't even know. They're not aware. They haven't even taken the time out to understand how much it will change their lives in particular, not just a few people. This is something that is bigger than the internet. It will be bigger than the internet. So in history, you guys, if you ever watch this video, just remember this was bigger than the internet. And it's only certain individuals like myself that was able to see this. Call it a prophet or whatever. No, it's really just doing your research. It's really just understanding what has to be. It's one of those things that just had to be, just like the internet. It was bound that the way that technology was going and the advancement of humans, we would come across a way to store information in a pretty much almost infinite way. And that's what the internet was. It was a way for us to not have to write down on paper anymore. We didn't have to write on paper. We didn't have to write and send letters. We didn't have to mail. The mail was also one of the biggest booms in our economy. Like when the mail service, the first mail service that was created was mind blowing. It was like, wow, this is a way that is so profitable because of its use case, right? The use case of a mail service. who doesn't want to be able to invest in spending less time and having to travel or send a word or going to deliver a message themselves, right? So that was the big breakthrough. That was the big deal. It was just mind blowing. What, I can pay somebody and you'll send this message directly and it'll get to them by, say, a week, because back then they had to travel, let's just say horses and carriage or however early it was. But literally that was a boom, and it was a break in time in humanity's history, right? And then the next one was like the steel mill, or we could say, the industrial boom, where all of a sudden factories just popped up and people had jobs. That's where everybody started to migrate west. It was a very big time in history, and nobody can dispute that, okay? But what I'm talking about tonight, guys, what I'm talking about tonight will be the biggest known up until 2024 that humans have ever experienced. It will be cryptocurrency. It will be blockchain. People will look back on this and they will wonder, like, where was I? Where was my headspace? I questioned so many times 10 years ago when Bitcoin was first created, right? I said, who was I around? What circle was I around? Because knowing who I am now and what I'm invested in, and the way I pursue what I pursue, there's no doubt I would have had a couple thousand of Bitcoin at the price that it was at. I'm just going to put that out there. But I say that to say, where are you right now? How bad do you want to change your life? That was the decision I had to make, because it's not an easy road. It's not a road to where you think you're gonna just have no hiccups. I spoke about this in my last video. I said that I've been finessed. I had to get involved myself, but it was one of those trial and error things, because I had the conviction, but it could only be solid for me if I could do it myself, try it myself, see how it works. And that isn't that the best proof in the pudding that you need from somebody? Like, how can you even speak on something if you ain't even doing it? If you're not even a trader and you can't show me that you've been doing this for at least a year or so or two, I've been in cryptocurrency since 2017. 27. I got badges to show that. I mean, it's only on the app, but in my opinion, it matters because I'm up to like 5,000, in between 5 and 10,000. How much I've like just traded on one app, and it just kind of let me know how long I've been in the space, because I've learned so much, and that's why I'm so passionate about it, and that's why I try and let my people know that the lack of knowledge will be the reason that we miss out on opportunities. It will be the reason that we may end up on the wrong side of history. It will be the reason why you may have to answer somebody who asks you, like, where were you at? Whoa, did anybody tell you about this? Because if you know me, I'm gonna say, yeah, I told them. They definitely heard about it. Yeah, yeah. Um, this is like a PSA. If you ever wanted something so bad, like changing your life, changing your situation, it's not easy. You're gonna have to learn this space. You're gonna have to study it. You're gonna have to know some ins and outs. You're gonna have some trial and error. It's inevitable. I can promise that. But cryptocurrency is about to change my life and so many other people that believe in this space like myself. So if you want to do this, tap in. It's nothing but love. Ask some questions, comment. Let me know what's on your mind, all right? And let's get to it. But this is big, and I'm gonna start vlogging because I want to be able to say that I want to have my own proof. You know, it's a couple of people that I've spoken to cryptocurrency. They know my passion about it, but it's nothing like knowing. And I said I made this for my kids because if there's ever a time that I'm not around to tell y'all, you know, um, hopefully I have enough videos up here that you will understand. You will understand what was my motivation. You will understand how deep it was for me. I wasn't just thinking about how I'm gonna work and even retire myself. I'm not. That's not my goal. I'm really not even here to work. Your dad made a decision a long time ago that if I'm gonna be on this earth, I will not be a slave for the next 40 years. I made that decision at about 15. I just couldn't see it. We go to work, we go to school, we do certain things that we probably, I wish I didn't have to let you guys do. I wish I was in a different situation, to be honest, to do. But nonetheless, it will be done because I spoke it. And the power of manifestation, I spoke you for into my life. I spoke becoming a realtor. I'm also a realtor, real estate. I sell houses. You're gonna remember this, Kaden and Kai. You're probably gonna remember this, but Omer and Zaire, you probably won't. Um, but real estate, and I manifested so many things up until this point, like small things. Those were some major things in your dad's life that I manifested. But the next thing that I'm manifesting is that your life will be changed forever. You'll never. We already working on our words. I'm gonna give y'all our words, okay? You're gonna remember these words because Daddy is working on you with them right now. The first word was integrity. Integrity for me, it was, what are you doing when nobody is looking, right? That's integrity. Are you being smart? Are you still being kind? Are you still being courteous? Are you still being nice to people? Are you still being considerate? Right? That's my next word. Number 2 was considerate. Are you being careful not to hurt or harm others, right? And there are 3 ways I believe that you can hurt or harm somebody, which is physically. You can physically hurt somebody. You can emotionally, just say how you act towards them, like your actions. You really don't even have to say anything towards somebody. You can just give them the rough shoulder or just give them an ugly look. That's a way of hurting someone, harming someone, not being considerate. And the third one was just what you say, because what you say to someone is so important. And I'm going down this because there's a lesson in all of this. And I'm getting to it. But the third word was loyalty, son. Kaden, Kai, Omer, and Zaire. Loyalty. If you don't hold any other word close to you, understand I want you to be loyal to your brothers. And loyalty means, to me, never giving up on your brother, okay? You probably know by now that I don't even know my father. It's been, who knows, but I don't, I stand on my truth. It has affected me, but trust me, it's nothing that has affected me in a way that hasn't made me better. Anything that's supposed to make you better, trust me, you may have to go through something for it. Some of the best things in life are not earned easily. That's one thing I want you guys to remember. And being loyal to someone, sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it's hard to understand. Sometimes it feels meaningless, and sometimes it feels draining. But just know that love will be the strongest thing that'll bring you guys through. Okay, and to this day, I've created my own family. I've created my own mind. I've created my own world. I have. I'm accountable for everything that I've done. I can stand on anything that I said, and if I didn't say it, I mean, if I said it, I meant it. I probably didn't mean the way I said it. That's just the way your dad is. But more so, what's important is when I invested in cryptocurrency, these are all of the thoughts that I had for you guys. I had a vision that you guys would take my vision beyond where I'm at right now. And I don't know too many people that are on blockchain and cryptocurrency. But by the time you are older and you're grown adults, y'all will look back at this like, what? My daddy was the first one like that knew about this stuff. And I just pray that we all here to like watch these videos, watch what I done, watch my sacrifice, because I can tell you there were days that nobody knows. Nobody will know, you know. I posted a post the other day where your Noni, right? She I sat across from a woman who couldn't afford to eat, but watch me clean a plate knowing that that was her last dollar, which was my Noni, which was your Noni, and my mother. And my explanation was sometimes kids know more than what you may express to them, right? And that's important to always remember. And I want you guys to know that I stuck by and I stuck through, and cryptocurrency was the answer when I said I want to change my life and I want to change everybody that's connected to me lives forever. But when I create these boys, they will be kings. They will live like kings. One day I will find a way that the family that I made, if the sacrifice will not have been in vain. So this is the start. This is number one. This is why I do this. This is my purpose, man. And I love so many people. Like I give, your dad gives effortlessly. And it's landed me in so many situations. And you know, I've learned so much. But it's a reason why these blessings will come. It's a reason why this is gonna happen to us. There's a reason. That's why I'm also saying that there's a reason. And your dad believed in love. The real love, the ultimate love. If there is a clock, just know my clock never stopped loving y'all, okay? If there's a clock of love and a man is able to turn it off for his kids, just know I never turn that clock off. And I was motivated every day of my life when I started having kids. It changed my life. Kaylin, you changed my life. I had another post today, I believe. I said, you know, it was your birthday yesterday. It was your birthday, and I said, Kaden made me a dad. When I had him, he made me a dad. But when I started raising him, he turned me. He turned me now. He didn't make me anything, but he turned me into a father. And that's the realest thing I ever wrote, almost, you know. Because that first experience, my first child, was like my first roller coaster than anybody else. You know, you grab your stomach. That's how bad it is. Me, I don't like roller coasters. If you know anything about your daddy, I didn't like roller coasters. But I love you guys so much. Like I said, this will be for you, your reference. This will be for me if I ever get old and I forget and where was my headspace? How did I think? What did I want? I just want every one of our family members to live on a compound. We got what we call family compounds right now, and people are starting to like discover how they work, and that's Daddy's goal. Okay, so one day I'm going to accomplish that. We're gonna have a family compound. We're gonna have a big old building, a shed in the middle, probably with a pool attached to the back. And it's gonna be a family compound. Like we all gonna have our own houses, own designs. If y'all want, however y'all wanna move, whoever wanna move there. If what I'm planning and what I think with this crypto is gonna work out how I think it is, which in 10 years, I don't see me ever having to work again. In 10 years, it's 2024. I don't ever see me having to work again. And I want this to be true. I want to stamp this because I know it's gonna happen. You wanna know how I know it's gonna happen? Because of what I've already spoken into existence. I've already manifested so many things in my life. And this will be the last. Believe it or not, this will be the only thing that I can say like I've really spoke so much. My mother used to tell me that. Well, not that she had to used to tell me, but I know that when I was about 5 years old, 6 or 7, somewhere in between that 5 to 7, right? I used to tell my mother, I'm gonna have 4 boys. Guess what I got? Not one girl, not 5 boys, not 3. I got 4. You know, um, things happen in other circumstances. Who knows if I would have had a girl, prior. Where I'm at is 4 boys though, and I thank God because it changed my life. So I'm gonna end this, but just know I just begin this. It's just beginning because it's been such a journey. Your daddy is 32. I was born in 1992. And if I make it to, let's say, I'm gonna dig these crates. I'm gonna start letting y'all watch these and say, it's 2024. Caden will be about to be 10, 2024. So 2035 when Caden about 20. Cause Kai will be 18. No, Kai will be 16. Omer be like 14, and yep. And Zaire, you'll be about 12, man, watching this. That'll be crazy. And y'all'll be looking like some grown men probably by then. But Lord willing, I'll still be here, man. I'll still be kicking, and this life will be so beautiful, so fabulous. We're gonna be watching this on a flat screen somewhere, chilling. I promise you. And if not, I died trying. I promise you, I died trying. I had about, no lie, 24 jobs up to this point. I counted not too long ago so much, just out of random. I did. And I had about 20 something jobs, and I'm only 32, and I can tell you the average person hasn't even had half of that. The average person in their life, not only just like the hustlers, and I'm talking about these real jobs that I'm clocking in for at least a year or so plus. So yeah, I was legit working there. But your dad, man, your dad was a hustler, but he was more so a visionary. My vision was limitless. My vision was timeless. My vision had no boundaries. My vision had no parameters. You'll know this mean in time, but I'm still thinking. I'm thinking ahead of y'all. I'm thinking about your kids. I'm thinking about their kids. I'm thinking about my cousin's kids. I'm thinking about kids that I shouldn't be thinking about. It's just what I believe for us. I love y'all so much, alright? So one day we're gonna watch this. This is my channel. It's called Excel by Excel. Y'all wanna know what Excel by Excel means? My kids, this is for y'all because when I was creating it, everybody's name is, alright, hear this out. You got Caden, Xavier Lloyd. You got Kai, Xavier Lloyd. You got Omir, Xavier Lloyd. And then you got Zaire Gabriel Lloyd. He's the only one that has my middle, Zaire. And so this wasn't by coincidence. When I manifested you guys, I didn't just want to have kids. I expected highly of you guys. I expected some very great things. And so far y'all are exceeding my expectations. 2 of my boys in charter school so far. I never been to a charter school. I don't even know what that's like. You know, I never even had a father. But life is changing for me, and I'm so thankful for the people that have played a part of my life this far, because crypto didn't just fall into my lap. When I look into my life, when I look at how I got here, I wanted something so bad that I literally manifested it in a subconscious way, because I didn't know what I was searching for. I thought I would have a business. I've not only have I had about 24 jobs, right? And I said I was a real estate agent. Since then, I've created my own clothing line, which is Excel by Excel, this channel will be, I'm going to tell you what Excel by Excel stands for though, right? I had a landscaping business. Your dad has had a moving company. Your dad has done it all. To be honest, your dad has done it all. And I won't stop until even if crypto isn't it, I'm not gonna stop, right? I'm not gonna stop. That's just what we bred with. That's just how we come. That's just what's in him. It's what's in you. Each and every single one of y'all. I tell y'all we got the same blood, and it's deeper than you know. It's not for no reason, okay? So Excel by Excel. No, Excel. To excel, right? What is Excel? To be exceptionally good at or proficient in an activity or subject, okay? I'm going to repeat that. To be exceptionally good at or proficient in an activity or subject. To be exceptionally good at or proficient in an activity or subject. That's who we are. Excel. My Aunt Portia gave me that name, and it's meant more to me than I knew. That's follow your name, guys. Do numerology. Do holistic healing. Start changing your narratives. Okay, change your narrative. That's what we do on Excel. If you here for this long, I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Peace.